My goodness, Ron, don't you ever dust? Doesn't look like it. This clock, it's been saying 17 minutes to 12 for I don't know how long now. And we're going to give it a little energizer here. And well, at least it was right twice a day. Well, here's hoping the old battery didn't corrode everything. No, looks alright. No corrosion. Now let's not get them mixed up, they're the same kind. No, it's kind of interesting. Oh, look, I got a little note in here. Oh my goodness. Last time I changed this battery, don't know if you can read that, September the 8th, 2015. So, just over 2 years. Okay, I was just noticing it's not 2 years, it's 3 years. Okay, so now we got today's date on there. You know, I should really check and make sure it is actually working. Oh yeah, it's moved ahead a little bit already. And I can see the minute hand jumping slightly. Now this clock that you're looking at, it actually is related to the big clock project because for, I suppose 5 years, the movement that was in it was the movement that I took apart to get the hairspring for this big clock project. In other words, it's on the balance wheel right now of the big clock movement. And yeah, so it's kind of related. And also, back then, this thing must be at least 35 years old. And back then, my style was I would buy clear pine or spruce, I would stain it to whatever shade I wanted, and then I would use polyurethane, usually high gloss. And that's what you're looking at here. That was my style back then. I made everything pretty much that way. I didn't start using what I call real wood until I made my solid oak grandfather clock, which is up in the living room. And that'll go back, oh, I'm guessing 25 years ago. So anyway, just a little point of interest here. Okay, it's about 3.5 minutes after 12. So I don't have to move it very far. It should be close enough. Okay. Well, I can't lie about the time anymore, can I? When I say it's almost 3 o'clock and I want to wind this video up and the clock says only 1 or something like that, you'll know I'm lying. No, I don't do that anyway, but still. So what's this all about now? I have been looking for this for over a month. And I just found it this morning. I found it this morning when I was trying to round up these other wooden dowels here, broom handles and stuff like that. And where this was, it was sort of semi-hidden. On the other side of my drum sander is a shaper. You can't see it. but it's got a slot in it where you put the miter gauge, and it was laying in the slot and sort of semi-covered with other stuff, and I just didn't see it. And I probably spent an hour altogether over the last over a month because I thought I needed it. I was going to use this as the shaft, the main shaft that the Turbolon escapement movement is going to turn on inside that jumbo ring that we made a couple of weeks ago. And then when I realized, or when I thought I didn't have this, I thought, well, what am I going to do now? I don't want to run over to Princess Auto and get another one. Oh, by the way, Princess Auto here in Canada, for those of you who are Americans, it's a lot like Harbor Freight. Lots of stuff. I refer to it as the dollar store for tools. You got to really watch what you buy there. But they have stuff like this, and usually it's straight. And usually if you buy half inch, it's half inch. Anyway, I thought I was going to have to get a new one today, and then I realized that I could probably use a wooden shaft. Now I know people are going to say, Ron, that's not going to last very long. Well, for what I'm making here, it doesn't have to last very long. It just has to last long enough that I know it's going to work. That's what this thing is all about. Can I make something out of stuff that I have laying around the workshop, make a clock, and out of stuff I got laying around, and it's not going to cost me very much. And because of the style of it, using the ball bearings and whatnot, I just wanted to see if it would work. I think my next major clock project, if there's going to be one, it's going to be a lot simpler, and it'll involve a pendulum, but it's going to also have a very unique way of driving the pendulum. I've never actually seen anything like it, and because I've never seen anything like it, it may possibly not work. But anyway, I'm rambling here. I think what I'm going to do is, even though I did find this morning, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to probably use either this one or this one. Probably this one. It's very strong. Okay, and it's fairly straight. I think I can use this as the shaft. There, so a little bit of a bend in it. See, is this one better? Yeah, this one's a little better. Well, we'll see. So that's what I'm going to start working on. I'm going to use wooden pillow blocks. My original plan was I was going to weld a flange on the end of this. Well, my welding shop is closed down for the winter because of the ventilation system that I rig up. It only works in the summertime. And so, you know, to use this metal rod properly, I'd have to weld a flange on the end of it. And I think I'll just end up gluing a flange on the end of something like this. And wooden pillow blocks. And grease them well, and it'll probably work. In fact, I know it'll work. It just won't work very long. Yeah, well, let's see what we can do here today. I still got to design everything in such a way that it can be adjusted sideways, up and down, and the dial itself will be adjustable so that it can be adjusted like this, you know. No, you don't know. Anyway, like I say, I'm rambling here. I'm just sort of putting off having to actually make a decision as to how to actually do this. Maybe I'll go see how dead this battery is. Okay, let's check it out here. Get it so there's no reflection. And I'm sure that there's a lot of workshop guys out there that are curious just like me. Okay, it's almost half a volt. Yeah, that wasn't enough to run the movement though. Well, I pretty well decided on this one here. It's not too bad from here to here, and this is only about as much as I need. Probably 16, 18 inches at the most. And to make up the flange, I'm going to use this oak because it's nice and hard. There won't be very much flexing. I think if I double it up, and hopefully I've got a bit now that's going to be just a smidgen larger than this. Well, I guess I can always, fill it up with epoxy or something. But that's going to be tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the other end would be better. Let's just check that out. No, this is the best end. But the way I'm going to be designing it, even if there is a bit of what you might call wobble in the movement, I'll be able to adjust the dial to accommodate that. So, well, we'll see what happens, I guess.